James, a shot at history. The lob for Butler. He did it. It's just need 2. 5 seconds remaining. Barrett brings it up. Barrett on the drive. Goes inside. He throws it down. Jokic backs up for the win. Yeah!
What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy hump day to you. Welcome to the Parlay Perspective, where we talk all things sports, no matter what order or topic. We're going to sit here and talk about it with you. We got a great show lined up for you guys every day, as always. We're back at it like we met at it. We are 2 days away from the weekend. Let's get into this, man. Right off the bat, man, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the all-pro, my mother, Meta. Why?
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out here looking like Wilt Chamberlain, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hot. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? It's hot day, baby. It's Wednesday. Parlay Perspective style. Hope you're having a great day, Coach.
I'm chilling, man. Still watching The Wire, being lazy. It's all good.
Hey, man. It's great to be lazy, man. Middle of the week, man. A couple of days to the weekend. We can't let this weekend go by without hearing us one more time during the weekday. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna bring in my man. Can't forget about you, man. In the back, he's freezing, trying to get him outside, man. Some heat. My man, Chile.
Man. I love how Coach keeps casually sliding in that he's 20 years behind on The Wire.
I know. I'm each show I'm getting my black card back.
Hey, it's not like I told you yesterday.
One episode at a
black
time.
card is still intact.
One episode at a time.
Your black card is still intact. One thing people gonna do, and I won't even say just black people, they gonna yap about the shit. I mean, back then it wasn't social media and stuff, but hey, it's good that you're watching it now, man. You get to have your own relaxation in the show, watch at your, you don't gotta go on Facebook, Instagram, hear about it. Cool. Your black card's still intact, man. I told you about me in movies. I watch a new movie like 8 months, 9 months later. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, my black card been gone.
Yeah, that's still not 20 years. We'll just move forward. Damn it, Bobby. It's good. Bobby in the building. He double dipping. He over there on Unk stuff too. How many screens you got going?
You got the phone, you got the computer. He had the baseball game too, he said. So I don't know how many devices he got.
But look, it ain't just a 3-man weave today, man. We got a
defender that's going to be dunked on.
Our New Orleans hit the defense. So you didn't even put him in the weave. You just made him a defense. Just the one man stopping the 3-on-1. Oh, it's crazy. We got our men from Let them know.
Got the BS and Ben representative out here.
Our New Orleans correspondent, Mr. Lil Dice Dale.
That's right. Appreciate that intro, man.
Absolutely.
I heard y'all been talking about the Saints. So
to the American people without hesitation and remorse.
Oh, that's me. My bad.
I was saying, Dale came in. Hey,
what's really going on here, man?
Got a whole speech.
Yeah. I heard y'all talking about the Saints. So we here. We here now. What's up?
Absolutely. Hey, now, in all due respect, them Saints came for us first.
No. I got the footage from weeks ago. Y'all were talking about Dallas free agency, and y'all started putting little jabs in there against us.
Well, no. Now we're coming to free agency. We can't talk. We are non-existent.
I didn't even show up. Just like
we just there. We like a little footnote at the bottom of the free agency splurge.
Yo, this man. I forgot he was at the ballpark. He's at the ballpark watching 2 podcasts. Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, talking about multitasking.
Damn it, Bobby. Pay attention.
My man's all elite.
We appreciate you, Bobby.
Shout out Daryl in the building, man.
Chat a different way every day.
Coach has a requirement that movies have to practically be a flashback in order to watch it. Yeah. Well, you call me out like that, D.
Roll out, man.
Factual. hey, I'm a lazy. I like to binge watch, man. Then you can ensure that you can binge watch in peace 20 years later.
Sad, man.
All the spoilers have missed you by now. Like you don't forgot.
I know, right?
Spoilers so old you don't forgot them.
Yeah, it's all new to me. I'm like, hell, I didn't even know Michael B. Jordan was in it until I fired it up. I had no idea.
I think that's like where he got like one of his big breaks was on that show.
Grown ass man now.
Yeah, as a child. when you accidentally stumble across like where are they now on your own,
right?
But
man, I'm enjoying it, bro. Absolutely. So Dale's gonna be back here in a minute, but Bobby, Daryl, man, we definitely appreciate y'all, man, the support y'all give us on a regular basis. We need to get y'all on here for a segment or two, man. Y'all always welcome.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Bobby on here. We gotta get Daryl on here. We gotta do a whole rap show with Daryl.
Yes, we do.
But yeah, he's right. That was his first acting gig, Michael B. That's how you start, huh?
Yeah,
that's how you start. Woo.
Wasn't ready
for
the
gig. He was like, just one of the greatest shows of all time.
I was a little blown away by it though, because I wouldn't expect. I heard of the character Omar, but just his whole persona, I wasn't.
There's more to him than you thought.
Yeah.
It's not Omar.
Yo, he got one of my favorite ass lines, but I'm not getting clips, so I ain't saying that shit here. But I tell you, it's backstage. They ain't clipping me. Not saying that one. He's hilarious. Y'all know if y'all seen it, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Actually, man, Bobby's on multiple platforms. I want to speak on that. Yeah. If anybody's catching what's going on in the STWF-TV world, Unc is a Grambling State alumni. They are playing to get into the tournament and to play in. They are currently up right now over Montana State, which is a pretty decent team when it comes to the mid-majors. They're up 4 right now with 47 seconds to go in overtime. Looking to play but 2 in round number 1 officially. So
yeah, 100% down. Yo, D, I heard there's rumors that they want to that 50 got a whole line of basically he can do The Wire, but for New York. And he got, it's 50, so he got all the rappers, all the gangsters who are going to talk to him and help tell that story. So I hope they do that. And what they're going to do is they're going to do it borough by borough. So a season of like the Bronx, a season of Morrissey, like a season, like they're going to do it like that. That'll be crazy if they do it. I'm intrigued already. Absolutely. It's a little ways out because he's in the, but I guess he had a the Andrew Schultz, the comedian Andrew Schultz, it's an open joke about him that you can't tell him nothing because he's gonna tell everybody. So I guess him and 50 had a night chilling or whatever. Yeah, 50 was telling him all this shit, but he there was a bunch of details that he didn't give us. But if that's all the details we did get, I take that. That's gonna be dope.
I'm behind on Power and BMFs.
I hear BMF is garbage.
Well, the new season or like the old ones?
The new one for sure.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, them first couple seasons there, them things are pretty good.
See,
yeah, man, you can't
now. She would wear my black card again, y'all.
Right.
Yeah, you're not alone, Coach. You're not alone.
So tonight we got a couple of things. We got a big tournament that's about to get ready to start.
It's unbelievable, baby.
And I know, like y'all, I've been getting a whole lot of people inboxing me asking. He said the NIT.
Nah, man, we ain't talking about the NIT, man.
Not in it.
LSU just got eliminated yesterday, so we not talking about NIT.
Texas, man.
You got bounced from the not-in tournament.
Right.
They didn't only get bounced; they got whooped.
By who?
At home.
North Texas.
At home.
UNT.
Yep. Hey, shout out to your coach Johnny. Y'all doing a hell of a job up there at the UNT, man.
What they the green and gray or green and white?
The main green.
The mean green. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of my partners is the assistant coach up there for him. Yeah. All right, cool. It's lock and loaded, man. So brackets. Two. I know you are betting expert on here. Will a close second. Dale, I think you might get down a little bit on the betting a little bit.
Yeah, football.
So I'm football. So I'm the novice on here when it comes to that. I'm just really feeling all types of stuff tonight, ain't I? I'm just spilling my soul online. But
I'm outdated and I don't know how to bet. He's taking himself apart. Like,
you know what? I didn't learn how to shoot dice till I got to college.
Coach, we're gonna need you to love yourself. We're gonna need you to love yourself, Coach. Okay.
Hey, but based on the stories I've told y'all behind the scenes, now you see why I was wild as I was once I got to college.
Yeah.
So who y'all got? So for the tournament to take it all, I know Bob is real big on was it McNeese State that he's been touting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, McNeese, man. Like, look, that's LSU's old coach. You know, I got to give him.
Oh, then they're doomed.
You know, hey, man's a good coach.
Yeah, he's the last person to get Ben Simmons to play basketball.
Yeah, hey,
real talk.
And it'd be him a statue for that one.
Real talk.
It's wild. Diddly poo. He said they played like diddly poo yesterday.
UConn versus Tennessee for the finals, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
He called his shot early.
Caught a shot early. I did say earlier, SEC team may be able to sniff a title. That's possibly a Final Four berth for somebody in the SEC, something like that. You got teams like Tennessee, obviously, that reign supreme during the regular season. But there's a lot of underscored teams in the SEC. You got Kentucky, first off. You already know Kentucky has a blue blood. It's always going to be mentioned, even when they're not as good as they usually are. Auburn, who won the SEC tournament. Shout out to Bruce Pearl, those guys.
My team picking this year.
Still got a young, talented Alabama team.
Yeah.
You know, you got
Houston still
Mississippi
good,
State, who's in the tournament, who gave Tennessee the workout in the SEC tournament. And like I said, tournaments up to this tourney here is practically 0-0. So the teams that we like them. But 60 minutes on the clock, man, you're going to see a lot about your team, you know, that you're rooting for or you want to advance. So, Bobby, UConn is a team that out of all the top 10 teams, I feel like they won their conference. I think out of the top 5 teams, they're the only team that won their conference. Last year, they were like, 1-35 to win it all?
Yeah, they're trying to go wire to wire this year.
They're trying to go wire to wire, so it's going to be interesting. They definitely come through. Hopefully, the TD Garden here in Boston for their 6-3-16
that'll be like a home game. That'll be like a home game for them.
Shout out to we do have an update. Grambling has beat Montana State 88-81 in overtime.
Oh,
and they face Purdue.
And they face Purdue and Zach Eddy on Friday. And that's going to be a difficult task for Grambling. But, hey, bring all the thugs to the game, Grambling. Now it's time when you bring the thugs out on the drums for real. Upset alive, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's a beatable team. That's a Purdue beatable. Because Edie is not a great star player. He's good, but
I'm gonna be real with you. If Purdue didn't do what they did last year, I would jump all on this. I would jump all over Grambling. Because of what Purdue did last year, I'm expecting Purdue to come out here out the gate and show Grambling State that, you know, no disrespect to HBCU schools, but this is why we here.
Yeah, big boys. Big boys.
You know what I'm saying? But in all shout, hey, to make the tournament's fire, to win a play-in's fire, you win a game in the tournament, salute the Grambling State fellas for winning that game. Nah, we ain't got to shut nothing down, man. We ain't got to shut nothing down. But here we looking we got some things up here that I'm looking at. So look at some things real quick. Different things. We got into the first round of the tournament. Looking here, the best first round game predicted to come out the West region. You got number 6 Clemson versus number 11 New Mexico. Low was a pretty interesting team to watch. 98% of the teams in Division 1, they play faster than 98% of the NCAA. Even at that pace, they managed to be effective defensively as well. got a great guard in Jalen House, who is the son of Eddie House, former Boston Celtic champion with the Boston Celtics. And Jamal Mashburn Jr., who is the son of Jamal Mashburn. So
and they're coached by Rick Pitino's son.
Wow.
Yes.
Man.
That team's a dynasty team. Legacy team.
Absolutely. And then you had Clemson, who early in the season looked like this was like, oh, this is going to be a prime team to come in. They've had some dips and daddles through the stretch. They're still able to get a 6 seed, which is interesting to me. I kind of feel I like New Mexico coming into this game. They do have New Mexico as the favorite right now.
Oh, they do?
Sportsbook now. Clemson's a 2-point underdog.
That's why I thought I was hoping for them to stay the underdog because they were at first, but they changed it. You're right.
Nah, Clemson is the underdog. Clemson's going to continue to grow the underdog. New Mexico's riding high every time and every day. That clip of House go crazy recently. Eddie House, that's my effing son. Yeah, New Mexico go keep going up those lines. Nevada to upstate Dayton. Shout out to you, Anthony Price, because that's something that can absolutely happen. That right there. That was something that I was looking at earlier. I'm like, You know, Wolfpack has some experience in the NCAA tournament. Dayton do too. It's going to be interesting, man. Definitely going to be a good matchup, that one as well. And actually, Ant, you led us to a segue. Shout out to you, man. You absolutely rock, man. You're a great supporter of the show. Number 7, Dayton, they said is seated too high.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying? They played the last 2 NCAA tournaments in non-conference, and they lost both. So basically, we're looking for rotten eggs right now. It's the Flyers of Dayton. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we get it out. Kansas won't make it out the first round either. Yeah, they're missing one of their stars for round 1. Everybody's going to throw on Kansas. But I'm going to be real with you. All year, when one word comes out about Kansas, Kansas wins a game. I'm not saying they're going to win the tournament. Not saying they're going to go far in the tournament. I think Kansas survives day 1.
We're going to talk about what happened with Virginia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we can talk about that. Absolutely. So there was a few teams last night that thought they should have made it and proved absolutely not by losing to Boston College, and that's Providence. And then there was one team that were like, okay, they play defense, so they're not a bad team going in because, usually, you slow the game down, and it kind of works for Virginia sometimes.
They scored 14 points in the first half.
14 points in the first half. Missed like over 20 shots in a 14-minute stretch. The over-under was 120, didn't hit that.
They was on the beach missing the water, bro. It was bad.
Listen, it was
14 points.
Right.
14 in the first half.
And then hold on, it is
do that throwing half-court shots.
Oh yeah. I get some up there. I got the jump.
This is where the parity comes in NCAA, because then you're watching that game last night, and there's teams like Providence that's like, well, we should have been in, but you lose to BC. Or there's a team like Seton Hall right now that's losing, like, we should have been in. And then you lose. Or a team like LSU, maybe probably not been in, but I'm just speaking on a team in general.
I'd like to take
it's like we can't beat them. So then you look at Indiana State. Indiana State for the last week, like, we got a net 30, we're a net top 30 team. We should be in. Look at their game right now, playing right now.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to make my regularly scheduled "Are these your kings?" comment. These are the ones. These are the guys y'all want to add to this tournament. Y'all want to go to 118 teams, right?
And this is why, though. And this is why this is going to 108 because of stuff like this.
No, this is exactly why it shouldn't. We don't want to watch Virginia play.
Hold on. We just seen 20 teams. We just seen 20 teams about drop out of the NIT. This is more reason for it to stack up the NCAA tournament because those teams that not playing will be playing in the tournament that matters, and they'll get up to play that extra game even if they lose. They got a chance at a title, man. But in all, man, it's a disgrace for the college basketball scene, man.
All we're gonna do is add a whole 2 rounds of Virginia ass teams. That's all we're gonna do.
We can have a game right at STWF Studio, man. I'm happy with that.
That's basically where they should be playing at that level, at that point. Like,
absolutely, yeah, man. But then the potential. So Break this down, man. I'll skim through the brackets real quick, man.
I'm stressed out about this.
Elijah Mine. There's a lot of. I'm a UNC guy when it comes to tournament time. Every few years, North Carolina wins it. They've kind of been on prime to do something this year.
R.J. Davis.
Come my likely pick, man. And then you got on that side though. You got Arizona. I'm not gonna hold off on Arizona, and I would love Caleb Love to battle his old team.
Yeah, same.
For a spot at the Final Four.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'll be crazy as heck, man.
Because the Michigan thing was a lie. So where did he go?
He went to North Carolina, Michigan, and now he's at Arizona.
Okay. Yeah, Arizona. Arizona always got some good guards, always.
Hold on, so we here
all the way back to Mike Bibby.
So we have UConn as the overall 1 seed, Houston as the second 1 seed, Purdue and North Carolina. I heard Will make a siren, a little bit about Purdue, and possibly they could be the team of upset. But out of all 4 of these teams, who is the first team that's going to go down?
The first top seed?
Yes.
Okay.
Coach, what player did you just name from Arizona?
Michael Dickerson.
And not your man, the Jet?
Jet came after that.
I'm
like, I know he didn't forget his own.
Hey, you Ant. So can you look up that McNeese and Gonzaga game and see what the money line is and what the spread is? Because
I got you right here. My degenerate ass got the app open.
We might have to flirt. We might have to flirt with McNeese on some dollars if we all want to, to see if we can come up.
McNeese
if we think that Gonzaga is not going to make out the first round, because that's who they're playing.
So McNeese versus Gonzaga, they're plus 220.
They're plus 220. Ooh,
so
I like that.
They're underdog, but not by a crazy amount. That's a doable one.
What's the spread?
Plus 6.5.
Okay, so 7. Okay.
Yeah, 7.
Hey, let me know. Holla at me, dog.
I think they'll cover that. So even if they don't win, they won't lose by more than 7.
We all pick 20-30 each, man. Try to go on the spread, or we can all pick 20-30 each and go on that 220, man.
I'll let you know after this night of parlay.
When they play Thursday or Friday.
I to work with.
Let's see when they play, man. That's interesting right there.
I would take McNeese. I'll take the under on that game too. It's at 140. It's at 150.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'll take the under on that game.
Okay. Total, yeah.
Although I always preach don't take the under, but I take.
So they play tomorrow.
It's just terrible rooting for no score. That's the problem with it.
Let's just root for this slow down game. I play more defense out there.
So we go here, man. So we got these games here. So since we're here, we're talking bracket talk. We gonna try to break this into several shows, man. I think the NCAA March Magic is gonna hold for that. Mm-hmm. Definitely, it's gonna be crazy. But we gonna start here. First round games tomorrow. Games start at 12:15. Get your brackets completed by 12. I say 11:59. Don't be that person to wait to 12.
Don't even be that guy. Do them by 11.
You know what I'm saying? Do it by 11:59. Don't do it by 12. We got Michigan State, the 9 seed in the region, versus Mississippi State. Michigan is a 2-point favorite in this game. We all know Michigan's resume. They can win some games in the tournament and leave you surprised, or they can disappoint you and lose some big ones, which they have in years past. Mississippi State, as I mentioned, a strong SEC conference. I think the SEC, to me, is one of the strongest conferences in this tournament.
Which is wild to hear.
It's wild to hear. I said that earlier too, because we talked so prime of football and what they do there. So now they bring the
specifically not basketball.
And then it's gonna get crazy, man.
For years, that entire conference has been carried.
I'm gonna go Mississippi. I'm gonna go Mississippi State, man, with the early upset, man.
Oh, you know better than the bet against Izzo.
I know.
Izzo.
I know.
At least in the
know,
first round, Izzo gonna get out the first round, man. But I feel you. I mean, for an upset, I could see it, but yeah, I'm riding with Izzo. Ace to the Izzo, man.
When is that? What game you talk about? Who's Facebook user? Shout out to Facebook user.
I think that's Daryl.
Shout out to Daryl, man. Oh, we got Duquesne at BYU at 1240. BYU is a 10-point favorite to beat Duquesne. That's kind of number, man. If you're gonna go spread wise, if you're gonna go spread on the top, man, that 9 is strong, man. But 9 in favor of BYU. I think Duquesne takes the 9.5. I can see BYU winning the game though.
Mm-hmm. I concur, sir.
Concur. You got Akron, the 14 seed, and they're playing Creighton. Creighton, great season. The 13-point favorites. I'm gonna take Creighton to knock the boots off these motherfuckers, and I'm gonna tell you why. Akron got not lucky, but they're lucky to be in this position to be in the tournament right now because the Kent State foul with literally 1 second left on the clock when you was up
they lost the game, and then
it's the reason why Akron gets to represent the MAC.
He's the sickest man in America still right now.
But I hope for all purpose necessary, the Creighton Blue Jays spanked them like they stole something because they
did steal something. Yeah, you didn't see that. You didn't see what happened in that game.
Yes.
So they go up 1 on a shot. They hit a shot, and it's like 4 seconds left. And they don't got a timeout to move the ball to half court. They inbound, and for some reason, the young man thought they were still down 1, and he fouled. Yep. Sent him to the line for a 1-on-1. He hits the first one, hits the second one. Then they have basically 3 seconds to get a shot off. Full court pass, doesn't go anywhere. And sickest man in America. I felt bad for him. But you got to keep your head in the game, bro.
Yeah.
His coach melted down on the sideline. It was tough to watch.
Damn.
He probably still ain't came out of his dorm room.
Right.
Nah. He's sick, man. He's sick. But I'm sure the fellas took him out and they had a good old time to get over that shit.
I don't know how I wouldn't be chilling with you, man, till next season.
I mean, look, that stuff can really ruin you as a player for good, bro. Remember, remember Nick Anderson with the Magic after he missed
never recovered.
Free throw, bro.
Never recovered.
And he was an absolute gun of a player, a certified scorer in the game, an absolute bucket. And after that, he was never just really the same. He could still score, but there was no more big shots, no more big free throws coming from him. Nope. None of that.
I wonder if the Magic was the last team he played for. Because you're right. You never seen him again. It was like he went ghost.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just witness protection after that.
That's it. Well, mental is strong, boy. Plays a big part in sports, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely crazy.
Look what happened to Simmons. That's a 2-time drop for that kid today.
Exactly.
After he left Orlando too, he played 2 seasons for Sacramento and 2 seasons for Memphis, and I didn't even know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The other part of his downfall, it wasn't just the miss was huge, but also splitting that team up.
Yeah, splitting that team up. No identity for him now.
Now you got everybody down. Normally when you add a good player, everybody moved down a spot, but they all had to move up a spot. Now Penny, your best player. Now Nick's your second best player, and he wasn't ready for that. So.
You know what the crazy thing is? You know how so fucked up this is? He went to the Kings, and basically for the 2 years before they blossomed as that top Western Conference contender. And then Memphis wasn't a contender, but they started to blossom too a little bit after he left. So maybe he was just cursed after that free throw.
Yeah.
Or maybe he brought a little luck after he left to these teams. That is wild, man. Definitely. You see, man. Couple more round 1 matchups here to go tomorrow on tap. We mentioned Nevada versus Dayton. A little bit how some of us feel about that game. You have Long Beach State versus Arizona at 2:00. 21 basically for Arizona laying flat. Then you got Carolina and Wagner. That's 25. You take the 25. You stay away from those games if you ain't a millionaire. You ain't making no money off those. Even if you parlay them together, you ain't making no money off those.
Yeah, you got to all of them.
Nah, Tar Heel should win. Tar Heel should win in that game. Illinois versus Morehead State.
This is another upset alert, but I think the line not gonna get out of there barely.
Yeah, I think the 11 is kind of hitting me too, man. In that case,
I take the points, but you got Illini gonna win that though.
Boy, you got Oregon and South Carolina, 11 versus 6. Oregon kind of on a high right now. You know, I think they won the pack.
Did they win the pack?
Hold on, let me see who won the pack.
I don't remember. I'm not down.
I think they did win the Pac-12. Hold on. Championship. And basketball.
Bobby Portis, you stone cold bum.
Yep. Oregon did win as the 4th seed in that respective conference, and they're in the 11th seed in this. Here I'm gonna keep it real. But like I said, South Carolina playing out the SEC conference. Definitely a lot of heck there. South Carolina 2-point underdogs. Can Oregon continue the momentum? I think they can. I truly think they can. That 1.5 to me is an easy back for me. I'm gonna ride with Oregon. Though I just mentioned SEC schools are probably the best league in the tournament. Take Oregon. They got Nevada State, we already went that. Texas versus Colorado State. Colorado State convincing fashion last night, beating Virginia. This is going to be a faster paced game for them now as they face Texas, but I think they're ready for it.
But as fast as this coach trying to find these games as you say them.
I know, right?
All right.
I see you. When he said Texas, he was like, "Oh, I know where that one is." I just
I was thinking the same thing. It's on the right. It's on the right, coach.
Bottom right, coach. Bottom right. We got you.
Anthony, you said Iowa State's winning the East? That's what you're saying? Iowa State, to me, they are prime. They have a good team. They're just like the weirdest, like top 10 team to me in the country. Because when you want them, they're there and they're like, okay, cool. Give them the respect they deserve. They go out there and lose, man.
Sound like Cowboys.
Yes.
We didn't ask you all that now. There you go.
I had to say it before Daryl did. He gonna make the joke.
Oh, that's what we doing today, bitch.
Iowa State plays at 7:35 tomorrow against South Dakota State. That game's at 17. Spread wise for Iowa State. Over under is 135.5. You top that to 136. For anybody that's betting or better, anything with a half, you just round it up to that top number, please. Under 2, please. If nobody knows that, you just got to introduce to it today. But I know most of my people that's gonna put in the best slip knows that. There's no such thing as a half point in basketball. They just put it there for the
Stephen
fun
A
of the
says
trip.
it is.
Huh?
Stephen A says it is.
Yeah, Stephen A's a fucking I don't even know. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith.
1.5 points or something like that. He said he averaged in one game.
1 point, yeah. Average more than Skip Bayless, I guess. It makes you a little better. It's crazy. You got Tennessee, the number 2 seed in the region, versus St. Peter's, the 15th seed. Tennessee riding high, man. Disappointing loss in the SEC, but I mean they get time to rejuvenate. A team that you may see around the Sweet 16 Elite Eight-ish. Bobby just mentioned that they can win their region. They can get to the Final Four. They have that Dalton Connect. They have a great guy over there. Great organization over there in Tennessee. They get past the Peacocks tomorrow. That's no question. Not touching the 22-point spread.
Hairline is average. Yeah.
NC State versus Texas Tech, 11 versus 6. Shout out to NC State, the ACC champions. Crazy way they won that. Crazy. They were down in the semis by about 16, 15. Came back to force overtime, win that game. Beat UNC almost double digits. They come in here, Texas Tech team, and they're underdogs. 5-point underdogs. Had to be a better.
Let's go Wolfpack.
I'm gonna say the Wolfpack are gone. I'm gonna go Texas Tech. Man. But hey, man, it's ridiculous, man. This tournament's gonna be crazy because we can all pick these teams today, and then tomorrow our bracket after 2:00 is destroyed.
Yep. So the real question is, who's working from home tomorrow or calling in sick tomorrow?
No, I'm not. But I plan to have a device right diagonal for me as I'm prepping stuff and watching these games. I know that for sure.
There we go.
Ain't missing it for the world.
There we go.
Man, gonna be on Street East Links all day.
They say that this time of the year is when there's an increase in vasectomies.
What?
Yeah. This is the season for it right here. You're gonna sit on the couch.
They sit on the couch and watch the game.
Yeah, you sit on the couch with the peas right there.
The peas, the bag of
so
peas.
to get the time off of work?
Yep. That's a fanatic move.
I'm about to say that tomorrow. Then, hey,
more commitment than one needs to have. What up, Wizzo?
What's up,
Wizzo?
I feel like Wizzo just walked into that conversation. Not our best moment.
Walking to the snip conversation.
Yeah, we're starring 4 middle-aged men who.
Y'all, hold on. Y'all really? Hold on. We hear Kansas, man. Yeah, we see somebody earlier saying Kansas is not going to stand a chance in this first round. Do you think Kansas is going to lose in the first round to Sanford? It sounds crazy because of 4-13. We've seen that. Shout out to Vermont.
Talk about Sanford.
Yeah,
I think Sanford might get that upset. But I mean, I'm not gonna tell people to bet on that, but I might be. Know that. So you want?
Well, you so diabolical.
I'm just letting you know. I ain't gonna tell you to do that, but I'm gonna be doing that. So if you want to join me, in my
definitely.
Sin, we can.
You got Drake versus Washington State to end day one of the tournament. Drake is a 2-point favorite.
Not Stanford, which doesn't help. I know. Not the one in Cali, I believe. Yeah, not Cali, not Pat.
And then tomorrow's slate, 22nd slate, you got number 9 Northwestern versus Florida Atlantic. Made some noise a couple years ago in this tournament. They're 3-point favorite.
Kansas is not winning. So aggressive.
You got Colgate versus Baylor in the 14 versus 3 matchup. 14-point favorites in Baylor.
Are we doing all these games? If so, it's funny how we did this way out of order. we could just ran down.
Oh no, I'm just going by the schedule. We're just going by the schedule of games, man. Bracket.
You did it by the when they play, which is okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Time wise. Yeah.
Time, and we got UAB versus San Diego State.
I support toothpaste. Go Colgate.
Colgate over Baylor. Yeah, that toothpaste is gonna fucking prove that it doesn't work in the first 3 minutes.
It's gonna be rolled up. You squeeze the last drop.
Rolling them out in the gym. I support the toothpaste. Yeah, Daryl, man. You're gonna need a lot of Colgate tomorrow.
Trying to cut the back of that tube. It's over.
UAB versus San Diego State. San Diego State 7-point favorites. I like the 7. I like San Diego State to just place it in the house. Beat them guys. Over under 138.5. Marquette's been playing extreme good basketball, man. They play Western Kentucky. 14.5-point favorites. 158.5 over under. Marquette should survive. I don't know if it's gonna be that type of whooping, man. But some of these games are gonna be ass whoopers, man.
Yep.
All right. Quick before we go into the next game, fellas. We got these games. How many hours? Your first game starts at 12:15 tomorrow. How many hours into the first upset of the tournament? Is it? We're gonna say over under 6.
for the first upset.
Yeah,
that'll happen in the first set of games. I believe it's going to be surprising.
Under 6. I'm gonna say over 6.
You contrarian.
Like 6.
I'm gonna say this in late night madness.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the afternoon before we have to pause for the news break or whatever, you know.
Okay, so you're going under 6. So so we'll keep it because we'll keep it under 6 then. This sounds right.
Yep.
Sounds right, man. Can't wait for March Madness, man. Can't wait for it tomorrow, man. Don't let your bracket bust, everybody. You know, if you're in competition with people, which I am with my job, you know, start a $10 pot. You know, hopefully it expands by tomorrow, so the pot's bigger. And I haven't done my bracket yet, so I'll be doing my bracket tonight.
Oh, you should have filled it out just then.
Yeah, but we would have been on for listen here, we've been on all night. We would have been on 13 hours. Because you know how many times nah, I don't think I want them. Hold on, how can I erase that? Then I gotta go all the way back. Doop, 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 doop. You know how that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Wow. We got the ladies tournament too, man. That's gonna be a blossom. And for my people here, our people at STWF-TV who disrespect the women's game, don't watch the women's game. It's kind of cliche. Watch the game, watch the ladies' game, but I'm gonna say it. Watch it. Pay attention to it. Real talk. For whatever reason you got, if you don't got one, we'll give you a reason now. Please. And call that number 2. It is Gambling Awareness Month, everybody. It's going towards the end of the month. But 1-800-GAMBLER, if you need any advice on not to gamble, any advice on picks, you know what I'm saying? That's the phone number. You know, hit us up.
Also, it's a fascinating month to make this gambling month, like Gambling Awareness Month. Like when everybody loses the house on a bracket, it's like, yo, call this.
Damn, they lost. I tell you, Bobby, you ain't here right now, but Bobby, Matt Niece, tomorrow, my daughter gonna get something new, I hope.
Yeah, so he said, yo, Bobby said you banned from the show if they lose for at least a week.
Ever since he said that, I've been a believer.
He has. I have too, actually. So I doubled down.
Because South Carolina's winning it all. Yeah, right, man. You got a bunch of fabulous ladies in this tournament, man. A bunch of you got top 5 picks, top 10 picks. You got ladies that's gonna come up and hoop, man. Yeah, LSU ladies for you, Dale.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
You have 3 women who are undoubtedly, barring injury, undoubtedly going to be 3 of the faces of the league and 3 of the best players the league has ever seen. And they're not favored to win the whole tournament. So we got Juju, we got Caitlin, we got Reese, and they're not even on the favorites. The favorite South Carolina, and as it should be.
And for this case, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna go to field on this one.
That's fair.
But I hope that South Carolina wins this. You know, I hope they do.
Dawn is her name. She a Dawn, bro. She not playing around.
Because one thing this ladies game is teaching is like, okay, you know, there's been girls teams that have dominant players. You know, juggernaut players. We got these ladies teams that got good players. But at the end of the day, it's a team game. And if you look at that South Carolina roster, you know, obviously they had some people go last year. You know, but this team right now that they have is nobody that you're pinpointing to say that's one of the best ladies in the country now. And
they're officially winning off culture and not just the names. Like the culture's what's winning. Every year that team's going to compete.
They have to meet.
Single year. Now, don't matter who's on the back of the jersey.
I believe LSU and Iowa will meet before the Elite Eight. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think so. And LSU is a good team.
You think
but I've seen a lot of potholes they've hit just in the season. Also
Iowa as well. It's just
Iowa as well. Definitely Iowa as well. But I feel like the referees are going to chip the whistle more. And I'm not going to say that because Iowa actually has it's crazy. They have a tough bracket. They play a team in the second round potentially that they played in the last 3 years in the tournament, I believe. So let me count on that. They won't play each other, but I don't know which one of these teams are going to lose. Will is absolutely right. Both potholes from both teams during the season, just the season, and you enter a tournament that if you hit a pothole again, that's your season.
Yeah,
it's over. But the team most likely to do that to me is LSU. And I say that because we've seen it obviously with Iowa too, but I don't think there's any chemistry amongst the team as a whole. I just think it's a bunch of individuals. And it showed me a lot more in the SEC championship game too, that it was individuals. You know what I'm saying? And Angel Reese, we can say she's gonna be great on the WNBA level, and I hope she is. But if she gotta place players like that 6'7" frame at South Carolina in the post every night,
yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. I mean, she's not gonna be playing ladies like her every night, but she's gonna get a good introduction. Cheryl Swoops says Caitlin Clark is gonna get a good introduction. I think Angel Reese is gonna get the best introduction into the NBA, WNBA, at all.
It's tough for the bigs.
Definitely. Shout out to my lady. Shout out to homegirl Karen Blink though, man. You know, number 2 pick in the WNBA draft and shit. Letting everybody know that.
You think she's going over Reese?
I think she's going second.
I can dig it.
And she should go third, but at the end of the day, I can see her jumping. But you know, the media is still on Reese. You know, Reese may still end up being second.
You Barbie.
God be, man. Absolutely. Tune in tomorrow, man. And I'll try. I'll try my best to give y'all some March Madness after talk, rather that's after the last game or in the afternoon after a string of games. We'll try to be funny and hilarious and sad at the same time with analysis on.
Yeah, we should jump in and do some lives throughout the week because that's how it's going to play out. The tournament leads perfectly to do that. We've been meaning to do that anyway, so now we can do it.
Absolutely. So we'll pick a time frame. Even as a few moments, man. We're gonna be out here. We're gonna check it. We're gonna see tonight where the schedule is laying. We got Best in the World podcast tomorrow, man. 8:30. So
let's get it. I already know that any of the upsets we're gonna want to hop on like right then. Like when the upset happens, we're gonna want to hop on live. So just stay tuned, folks. If you see a crazy upset, just look for us. We're gonna be there.
Right. Yeah, Van Liff has been hasn't fit well at all. It's like they're telling her what to do, and she's not herself. She's not the Louisville lady that we've seen busting ass.
She's just thinking too much on the court.
Well, the problem is LSU don't have another real point guard.
Yeah, that's true.
And so they're kind of forcing her to play point,
which is
she
can, but that's not her. She's a 2. She's a gun.
Exactly. That's the problem.
And you got right, and you haven't dumbed down on Flau'jae. Flau'jae, she should be Van Liff should be in that spot. Mm. But then, do you want Flau'jae running your team? No. So it kind of is a bad fit.
Right. She's not a good point guard for handling the ball and stuff. But yeah, she can play. It's they really just need a point guard. That's the whole problem with LSU's women right now, man.
Van Liff's still a beast, though. I love watching her play. She get that shot going, she can give you 20, 30 quick.
Now, I think next year, they can get themselves a point guard. She come off those screens and
that's it,
and pop them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, y'all have.
What is her last year? It's her last year.
Van Liff, right? Will.
Oh, Van Liff's last year. Okay, my bad.
Will had mentioned the expansion or the need to not have the expansion of the games.
Yep.
So,
stand by.
Tom Izzo came out and he said that he believes that they should eliminate the automatic bid for the mid-majors. How do y'all feel about that notion?
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's bull right there. Like, how do you even fix your mouth to say something like that when you're in the prime position? When you're in the prime position, in my eyes, you make a tournament, you're playing a mid-major. Get the job done.
Right.
Get the job done. Get the team did the same thing you did to win your conference tournament. Like, they won.
Keep that one to yourself.
What? I know Brittany Griner was my boo.
That's hilarious.
Nah, Brittany Griner was really his boo, though. He ain't lying.
Before and after the fade.
Both.
She out here looking like Scotty Barnes. I really meant Matt Barnes, but
that's great.
Scotty would be brutal. Maddie's not better, but it's better.
Yo, that's great. That's great.
I want to hear the whole comment of what Izzo said, because very similar to when Chip said he had a similar thing that he broke down about football. He got into it, and I believe Izzo got into it. Izzo's a very smart dude who's been in this game for years. Also, if anybody's going to speak up and say this, I'm glad it's Izzo, because Izzo's a guy who regularly benefits from this rule because he usually wins his conference. So for a guy who's going to win the conference to say that I think we should do away with this bid, that holds more weight than a guy who keeps missing it or keeps not winning his tournament saying it. I feel like it holds more weight.
So he told the reporters ahead of the Spartans' first round game against Mississippi State this past Friday in Charlotte that automatic bids for mid and low major conference tournament champions have got to be looked at seriously. While everybody likes the upsets in the first round, I'm not sure if it's true as it goes on. That was his quotes.
I can see what he's saying though. I don't see. I mean, look, I get it. I like the idea that when you win your tournament, you get a bid. But then again, I don't think much changes if you change that. If you were good enough to win, your tournament, you're probably going to be in anyway. So I don't think that we need to have it. Like I bet if you want to go back over the last 10 years and looked at all the winners of the tournament of the conference tournament, which one of those teams wouldn't have made it? Like if we don't give automatic bids, like which one of those winners wouldn't have made it? And I bet you it's going to be like one, maybe two teams. So this rule isn't. I don't know that this rule is really necessary. I don't think we need to have the conference winners get automatic bids because I don't think it's necessary. I don't think anything will change for those guys. The team, like I said, the team good enough to win their conference, they're gonna be in it anyway.
Anthony says,
so why do we have to have an automatic bid rule? Like, I see that you don't like this idea, but like, if they took away the automatic bids, what would change?
They probably want to get in.
If you change the automatic bids, it would change. It would just change the way the people who vote these teams in would better or worsen the way they rank these teams. I feel like the conference and automatic bids gives nowadays it used to really mean nothing back in the day because blue bloods were blue bloods and it didn't really matter if these teams had automatic bids, they're gonna get their job done. But it changes everything if you take the mid-major automatic bids out. It changes.
That's got to be Lewis.
You know it.
I know the style.
I mean, it's kind of it's that he's saying that him. Is there really a problem he has with them getting automatic bids?
I just think that he thinks that all right. Did Virginia win theirs?
No.
So there's just certain teams that I feel like he thinks just to give them an automatic bid, even though they won a weak division, a weak conference. Like, I get it. You won your conference, but if it's a weaker conference, like basically what he's saying is like a team who doesn't win their conference, like who lost. So SEC tournament was won by Auburn, correct?
Yes.
Who they beat in the championship game? I forget.
Tennessee?
Nope, they didn't beat Tennessee. They beat who they beat?
It wasn't Florida. That was the game before, I believe. Or maybe it was Florida. Yeah, because Drew broke his leg. My man broke his leg, and it was Florida. So look, Florida is still going to be better than like the worst mid-major conference winner. Like that's still a better team. But they may, in certain situations, they may not get in just because they didn't win their conference versus this team winning a weak-ass conference. I get what he's saying. It's not a bad idea. And like I said, changing this rule doesn't really hurt anybody. The only teams that changing this rule would hurt are teams are teams that are fake. If you're a good team, it's not going to happen.
I think it will hurt the mid-majors. I feel in a bit because then now you're really going to have to swamp and go get non-conference games that you have to win and are meaningful. Like RPIs and all that is going to start making no sense when you do that because now these teams are going to have to fight and claw and basically slave their way to a bid where there's opportunity. Every conference gets an automatic bid winner. I can understand where he's coming from because he's a prime team in the country, and compared to like a mid-major, they're better. But this is the reason why you get the recruitments and the money you get and such, and they get what they get. You just get to the dance. You can't get to the dance, and the Wagner gets to the dance at an automatic bid. You can't be mad at Matt Wagner. You gotta be mad at you because you've been able for years to get through and get through and get through. Now when your teams are minor and your teams are now on TV a lot and now that being mentioned, now it's they got to take the automatic bids out. That just sounds like what Tom Izzo's saying to me right now because you hear me.
He's always in because of winning it. So it makes sense if he's the one saying it. That's what I'm saying. That holds more weight. If it's a guy who constantly loses his conference tournament, he's like, oh, this is unfair. Like, then I get it. Like, I feel like, here's my thing. For example, like I keep using the SEC. For example, Auburn. If there wasn't an automatic bid, Auburn's still in it. Nothing changes. All the teams that won their conference this year, except for like the bottom conferences, all those teams, they're still going to be in it anyway. The rule doesn't really change anything. That's kind of the point. The rule doesn't really change anything.
I think
who would benefit the most?
I think it does. You get those 3 Big East Conference teams that didn't get in the tournament. You get them in the tournament. I think that's the difference.
But that's the same. But that's the point though, because those 3 Big East teams that don't win their thing, they're still better than the other teams that are.
No, I understand. No, understandably. But this is why
you want the best basketball. If you want the best basketball, you get rid of this rule. That's if you want the best basketball.
Hold on. I just mentioned that 2 of the 3 biggest teams that should have made it, 2 of them lost in the NIT.
That's fair. Hey, look, but that's fine. They could have still lost in the tournament.
And in the tournament, you just got to listen to me, and I lost it. The tournament. This is what the tournament's for. This is what it's been for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. This is what it's been. When NC State won it on the alley-oop to win the game, when they had no chance to win it, we jumped around for that. When Butler and Gordon Hayward missed the shot at the buzzer against Duke, that's what we're here for. We're here for stuff like that to happen.
None of that.
Yeah, baby.
None of that will go away. And where was all this? This is how we've always done it when it came to the college playoff. Right.
College playoff what?
That's what
Football is absolutely rigged with a capital R. Like, it's rigged. Like, we got 1 million teams playing in the NCAA season, and it used to be for 4 teams to play it out, or just 2. Like, you have to expand that. You got 500 teams playing football. You got to expand that.
But that's how we've always done it, too. That was your argument.
No. It's not about But why would you take the mid? No, but you have to. It's not the NCAA got 68 teams. 68 teams. Yeah. It's different than having 4 teams. And the thing that had to be changed. The NCAA rule don't have to be changed because there's no reason why it should be changed. Tom Izzo is mad because Michigan State Spartans.
The misunderstanding here is that you think like the truth is it's not even really debatable. If you take the rule away, it doesn't really hurt anybody.
It hurts teams. It hurts teams that
in the tournament
won't get in based on the numbers of the RPI.
It hurts lesser teams who should be hurt. They don't belong there.
They can go to the NIT.
Right. Go to the NIT.
If those teams don't automatically belong in the tournament, they belong in the NIT. And here's the thing. You're talking about the upsets and stuff like that that'll go away. But if you get better teams in those slots, you're gonna get more upsets. That's where you're gonna get upsets. You keep sending fucking what teams we got in here that's like I say. You keep sending Wagner in. You're not gonna get Wagner's not getting.
Hold on. Guaranteed doubt. They were the last. They either won their conference or were the last team in. They play a playing game to get in. It's not like they're playing a playing game now to get in. Hold on. The NCAA for them doing whatever they did because Tom Izzo said they shouldn't make it. They played in a playing game and they won the playing game.
So but that's not an automatic bid, is it?
I'm thinking they got the automatic bid and played the playing game. Literally,
automatic bid means no play-in. Automatic bid means you win, not a play-in.
No. In this case now, no. And with the case of 68 teams now, if it's all about the last 4 in, last 4 out. So basically, even if you're the last 4 in, you don't play in the play-in game if you're one of the last in 4 teams. You can play an in game by winning an automatic bid, and that's what Wagner did. They won their automatic bid to the tournament, but now it's a play-in situation instead of the actual first round. And like I said, a lot of teams will be bugged like this because when the NCAA looks at the numbers, all these teams that won't get in or automatic bids, they won't even be paid attention to or looked at all.
Yeah,
and this is why the game has changed what they have. This is why conferences are able to get money now from major cable networks for them to watch their games and stream their games because of the opportunity, the little opportunity that a team has to make a Cinderella tournament to try to win games. I can't overturn that. Tom Izzo, you a punk for that.
Hey, it's all about money when you look at things, and NCAA is definitely all about this money. And speaking of money, we got a sponsor that we need to pay. And I think this is a fitting sponsor because we got athletes out here, they're running, they're tired. And look, when I was young and I was out there running, I was tired, I had to get some water.
Where'd you get the water from?
The backyard was the spot for the water. So let's hear from my sponsor here.
Hose water.
Hose water. Whether you've been playing hard or working hard, when your thirst needs to be quenched, there's hose water. Found at any retailer where sports drinks are sold. Or connected to your faucet in the backyard if you don't want to pay $4 for it. Hose water. Get yours today.
Shout to the greatness of the master chef himself, Mr. Dale, will be at some beer as he's drinking him some hose water.
It's hose water.
Let's go.
Hey man, who still drinks hose water in the group?
Yo,
don't lie about it either.
Yo, I drank some a few months ago. Look, I mean, I was out there, so it was already there. Look, flip the hole. Let's go.
So Anthony had a question. The random question: how do you feel about players skipping the NFL combine and the pro day?
Yo, that's a great question, and I think football as a whole, there's way too many workouts.
Yep.
Last offseason, we saw a couple players get injured during their interviews with teams, right? Because they had to go there and they work out. And so Marvin Harrison Jr. decided, hey, I'm not going to work out pro day. I got a lot of tape you can look at. And I think it's justified. He does have a lot of tape you can look at. And they're not doing this for baseball. They do it a little bit for basketball, but baseball, like they get drafted while they're playing, so nobody's getting in there and getting all these little tests and all this kind of stuff. So why should football have to go through the same thing?
So the only reason I will say that I understand why football does this is because you cannot do exhibition games without risk or without as much risk in this sport like you can with baseball, like you can with basketball. You can run games like that ends up being what the combine in basketball is. It's a little bit of the workouts and then they just run them. They just make them play.
Yep.
And that's how you figure out who's who when they playing against better talent. You can't really do that with football. So I understand why it happens. But I am A-okay with guys not showing up. I hate so much when people try to compare the NFL to slavery. You hear this all the time. It's just not a good comparison for a bunch of reasons that we don't need to get into. But the moment that it's most like it is at the combine.
Yeah.
Heard him in like cattle.
That's fresh. That's fresh off the bowl. Let's make our picks and run this auction. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, and also like you said, the injuries. I don't know if y'all saw the Chris Jones story that I posted today.
Yes,
not happening.
Yeah.
We don't. It's just like it's a whole lot of why are we here, honestly. But with that being said, I don't mind that they still have it though. I believe it should still be there if the players want to go, because you get a guy like James Worthy who can run his ass into the first round with a performance like he did. So I said, I call him James. Xavier.
You did.
Worthy.
We just want to let you make it though.
James.
Just want to let you make it though.
The point was valid. The name was wrong. But yeah, Xavier. So yeah, I think the way it's happening right now is the best version of it. If a guy's good enough that he don't feel the need to show up, by all means. And from what I've seen, the last couple of guys to not show up did not affect them.
Yeah, and that was gonna be my question next was, are we seeing a pattern now? Because, you know, a few years ago, like Leonard Fournette was like, no, I'm not playing in a bowl game because it's a meaningless bowl game. And so now this is an occurrence that happens every year. Now it's normal. And NFL representatives, they don't really bat an eye at it. It doesn't affect their draft stock. So with guys missing out on pro days and workouts and stuff like that, will that start affecting some draft stocks? And will guys that come after them start saying, hey, I don't need to work out. You can look at my film.
The other side of the coin for what I've said is, now when it comes to pro days, if you decide to sit out pro days, that's not the combine. If you decide to sit out a pro day where you control everything, I do not think that should hurt you overall as like what you're able to do. We have film for that. I will say, from a performer and or competitor standpoint, I'll have questions. It won't be a big deal to me, but if there's two players that I look at, for example, let's say I rated Rome Odunze almost neck and neck with Marvin. Let's say I have him neck and neck with me having a little edge for Marvin because, I mean, the lineage and that he's that good. Now, if I have him neck and neck, I'm thinking I kind of rock with Odunze here because he showed up. I know he showed up. But other than that, it shouldn't really make a difference. The guys, if you don't feel like you belong there, then don't go. By all means, keep yourself healthy, bro.
Anthony said he doesn't like the Senior Bowl. I like the Senior Bowl for the fact of you got some players who probably were late bloomers, or didn't play against elite talent, and there's still question marks about it. Where that Senior Bowl helps them out in that aspect.
And I'm glad he brought that up because that was a point that I forgot to make. I view the combine the way I view the Senior Bowl. Like if you feel the Senior Bowl will help your stock, and you need the help, then go to the bowl, go to the game, go to the combine. If you feel it's going to help you, but if you don't feel it's going to help you, nah, there's no obligation at all.
Yeah, definitely. That right there. Like, if it's going to help you and raise your stock, you feel, because that's why you're doing it, to help raise your stock. If you feel like you can raise your stock, go ahead. If you feel like your stock's not going to move or move up and down, then don't. Hey, I salute Marvin Harrison. Y'all been telling me all year that I'm the best wide receiver in the game. Y'all telling me all offseason I'm the best wide receiver in the game. But y'all want me to go on a pro day and potentially risk my career when I'm projected high already. It's not like I got an alcohol problem. It's not like I did the rigs and hit 156 an hour. You're not hearing nothing negative about me. So why am I going to presume to do this? I'm going to wear a hat on draft day to one of the top 4 teams in the NFL. I know my ceiling. I know So, but like the Senior Bowl for the guys that may be late bloomers or a guy that's playing one AA ball or Junko ball, whatever the case is, those guys get an opportunity to get scouts and get NFL scouts to go, maybe I'll go spend a 5th, 6th round on this guy. You know what I'm saying?
And also, there's another aspect to this that nobody's really considering, and that is a very light team control. Like, where you going? Because if you don't show up, maybe the Patriots don't take me, and I don't got to play on that bum-ass team. Like, maybe the Patriots go, oh, I didn't show up, so they draft Rome Odunze, or they draft Drake May instead of me. Definitely could be conspiracy level.
So that's a good segue. So we hinted to it Monday night that there's some chatter going on that as far as the top wide receiver, that Malik Neighbors was closing the gap on Marvin Harrison Jr. To the point to some people say he may be the first wideout taken off the board. And when I saw that, I'm like, could that be the positive? If that does happen, could he possibly move down to number 9, to where the Bears get Williams and him still?
Yeah, I don't think that many teams are gonna do that, but they could. It's not impossible. Yeah, that'd be fun if he makes it back to the Bears to play with him. That'd be dope.
Now, real quick, some of the past MVPs from the Senior Bowl, and I think one of them in particular definitely benefited them. But you had, as far as the MVPs, you've had like the Thurman Thomas, the Cleveland Garys, the Blair Thomas, the Alvin Harbors, Derek Brooks, Chad Pennington, LaDainian Tomlinson, Antoine Randall L., Larry Johnson, Phillip Rivers. This one here, I think, benefited him the most. In 2008, Matt Forte out of Tulane.
Huge. Tulane. No one watched him play a football game. Right. And then he got to go to the Senior Bowl. Right. And, yeah.
Yep.
2016, Dak Prescott. This one is 2019, even though it hadn't panned out for him, Daniel Jones.
I think whoa. It panned out for him perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He went from 49 to
it panned out for him. It just didn't pan out for the Giants yet. He got the bag. He's doing fine. He got paid to trip after an 80-yard run. He's doing okay.
Do you know who the MVP was this year?
Who?
Spencer
Rattler. And I don't know if that helped because I haven't seen him raise. I haven't seen it. Now, his stock raised from the beginning of the year where his stock had plummeted from when he came in.
Right.
But nobody drafts players.
Nobody drafts players, football players from Duke. I like that, Ant. That's a good comment right there. I love it.
It's bullying.
Them blue bloods, huh? That's what we're talking about?
Don't draft blue football teams that are blue blood basketball schools. Do not draft none of their players in the top of the top. Now, you can draft them, later on in the rounds, but first rounder, nah.
Julius Peppers is upset with y'all.
Julius Peppers is one of 1,000 generational talent.
I picked the exception to the
rule.
Did
he play like 4 sports in college? Did he play like lacrosse, baseball, basketball?
He definitely played basketball.
And football, yeah.
He looked like the largest human being on the basketball court. He was
I doing the lacrosse thing. I know he's that athletic, man.
I have this conversation just about every day, in pre-draft talks with my Saints fans here in our little chat group, because the Saints have a problem with drafting small school players, and I'm talking about first round, second round.
Yeah, the guy I took UTSA.
Yeah. And then if they don't work out within the first couple years, fans, we want our money back. That's what we want. But then they're like, oh man, he went to a small school. You got to give him some time. Like, no, you should have drafted him then.
Specifically, this is why we don't like these guys.
Yes, just draft the SEC.
I know your pain, Dale. I too have had a franchise who likes to do this. We took Cole Strange early last year, or a couple years ago. We took we do this all the time. Duggar. People were like, who?
Yeah. But there's no bonus points being awarded here. So why are you doing this?
Trying to be more unique from the others.
Yeah.
Like it. I don't mind when you get them late because, like, you catching them like, oh, that's a gem. You found somebody.
That's good,
like,
yeah. But I mean, first, second round.
Like, if you going up to pick a guy that no one else even watched play football,
that part. When this man is on no first round marks, 29 weeks in a row, and then you're the team that goes pick him. Like, this ain't a Jameer Gibbs situation here. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, only 1 in 10 that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But in all, a lot of teams go through that bullshit. This is why I never give an A, B, D, or F to draft grades. I give them a C. I give them all equal opportunity until there's no more equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how you go about it.
Man lives on the fence.
Yes, literally. Don't want to be that guy on that night. That man's gonna be it. He's blue chip. And then he end up like Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson.
You heard what he said? He just said, I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, no, forget that.
I don't ever want to be wrong publicly.
I look at my
draft. Nope. Because they get you a football.
I'm looking at the players and what team they came from. if it's a small school, it's trash. That's it. That's what I think about it.
Really? That's kind of harsh.
Why is his stock dropping? I didn't hear that, but why? Anybody got a reason as to what happened with Brock? Did he run slow?
Hold on.
I think he ran with 4.5, 4.6, something like that.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good for 6'4".
Yeah.
So,
nobody was expecting him to be a Blazer.
You know, we like lists around here.
List?
So the best small school NFL draft picks ever.
Oh, these are going to be fun.
Larry Allen.
Jerry Rice is
Sonoma
on there,
State.
I guarantee.
Larry Allen from where?
Sonoma State.
Jesus, they've never sent another NFL player. Not one other one.
Elvin Bethea from NCAA.
Oh, Bethea was a beast.
Mel Blount from Southern. Bradshaw from La Tech. Harry Carson, South Carolina State. Richard Dent, Tennessee State. Brett Favre, Southern Miss. Dale Green, Texas A&I. Joe Green, North Texas. Charles Haley, James Madison. Deacon Jones, Mississippi Valley State. Willie Lanier, Morgan State. Howie Long, Villanova. Sid Luckman, Columbia. Aaron McNair, Alcorn State. T.O., Chattanooga. Walter Payton, Jackson State. Jerry Rice, Mississippi Valley State. Willie Rofe, La Tech.
Willie.
Shannon Sharp, Savannah State. Art Shell, Maryland State. Jackie Slater, Jackson State. Jackie Smith, Northwestern State. John Stallworth, Alabama A&M. Michael Strahan, Texas Southern. Eugene Upshaw, Texas A&I. See a theme here? Andre Reed, Coogstown.
A lot of Texas.
Jason Taylor, Akron. Aeneas Williams, Beast, Southern. Rayfield Wright, Fort Valley State. It's a pretty good couple of Hall of Famers in there.
Wait, Rice wasn't on there? Wasn't he Mississippi Valley State? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm about to
I
say,
said
yeah.
him. I said him after T.O., I think.
Mm-hmm.
All the schools sound like a private school.
Say again.
And the schools that don't get the light. You know, if you're local, you see these guys, you know, and these guys, a lot of them made great NFL careers, man. And the rule, you know, has been obviously you go first round. Hey, it's great for your pockets, it's great for your family, it's great for television and all that. But we've been seeing a crazy trend with guys in the second through seventh rounds, you know, and yearly it feels like it's getting better and better. Those guys that are drafted in day 2, day 3, you know. So you can look at schools. Yeah, some picks are retarded, and it could be because it's you're from a small school, you know. It could be from your horrible school and you just dominated college football. But in all, it's all roll with the dice, man. So.
Well, it is. It is.
Man, drop the hard R.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry.
So, you know, we have a special guest hanging out with us. Now, he's not really a guest. He's part of the team.
He ain't really special either. No, I'm kidding.
Hell.
No, I'll just mess with you.
He's a defender, guys. Remember.
So this is, we're gonna call this "What's the No in on the NO."
Man.
Yeah, so we got a couple of things here. So the first one is y'all's guy, man. He's lost weight. He supposedly is balling.
Watch Zion Williamson like he's coming off a trampoline.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Look, I've seen the meme with showing him next to the Monster dude Duncan from Space Jam.
Oh, snap.
His hand almost touched his ankle.
It's like perfect. It's perfect.
His pass, bro. Like you barely look.
Horrible, but it made him dunk perfect. Pass it to the foul line.
Right. You barely looking, bro. If Zion wasn't gifted, man, that would not have been a good pass at all.
That's the pass you get him hurt doing.
So, Dale said something earlier about when they make these picks, they don't produce right away. They want their money back. He's been up and down since he's been there. He did get the second contract there. How y'all feeling about him in New Orleans right now? Do you think that he supposedly shed like 25 pounds since the play-in tournament? He's getting in shape for the playoff run. I hope we don't face y'all in the first round of the playoffs. I don't got the warm fuzzies about it. But how y'all feeling about Zion down there?
Man, listen, this probably has been like one of his best years just because look, he's been available so much for us because I can't tell you how many times you start looking at the Pels play. Okay, is Zion gonna play? That's
DNP every time.
Yeah, it's always a thing, bro. And so yeah, man, he's been looking pretty good this time around, man. On the court, he looks phenomenal. Handling the ball, he's still blowing past people like crazy. I just wonder at what point is he going to decide to develop a mid-range jumper, or is we don't do this anymore in the NBA? Mid-range.
European players do.
You want him to learn one of the lost arts?
I mean, look, you face up.
You gonna send him to the temple to find it? Like he gotta go chill with the monks in the mountains to get a mid-range jumper. Now the mid-range jumper's gone. He'll never really have it, but he got to get that 3-ball more consistent. Mm-hmm. He get the 3-ball and then he makes sure that he hit his free throws and he'll be fine. The league has phased out the mid-range jumper, which is why no one can guard Shea because it's like watching trying to speak a different language. No one knows how to guard the mid-range because no one plays the mid-range anymore. Right. Which is why Shea lives there and kills him.
Like every time I'm watching Zion when he got the ball and he face up, like they're giving him a lot of space and he still blows past. But they're giving him so much space, bro. Like you could just knock this shit down, bro. Like Horace Grant would have been killing this stuff.
That's gonna be the next thing in development, man. And it sucks that that's gonna be the last thing, and it may take the longest to get. Yeah. Not only because people are not teaching the mid ranges no more. But he's such a freak of nature, dude, and nobody's yet to stop it. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's stopping it is the injuries that occurred to him. I told people last year that if he's a bust, and people say he's a bust, he is probably the best 20 and 10 bust I've ever seen in my life. For real. Mm-hmm. This man, I'm happy that he's doing this shit. I'm happy that he's staying on the floor, that he's about to hit the pinnacle of his career high in games played. 61 is his career high in games played. I think that was his second year. He's gonna reach that this year, so that's good for him, man. Reach those games up every year. Shed the weight if you need to. You know, in the world, if Zion ever messes up again, they're gonna blame the weight. And we just said he lost 25 pounds.
Yeah,
so we know that whenever he doesn't perform or is not playing, as Dale said, he's gonna hear flack. Stay on the court. But he's gonna have to develop that some type of game, 3-point range, 3-point game, not all crazy, right. But to save the injuries a little bit, because you can't be jumping off the ground like that, man. At 240, I think he's 240 now. He was 75 last time before the weight change. So yeah, man. And for the Pelicans' sake, this was the same type of basketball that they was playing before he got hurt last year. They were the 4 seed when he got hurt. I was pushing Pelicans are going to get a 4 seed. Pelicans are going to get a 4 seed, and Zion gets hurt. I was off my prediction. Similar this year, I said the Pacers are going to be a 4-place team. Halliburton got hurt, and that might be the end of that for them to get the 4 seed. They'll definitely make the playoffs. But
they was hitting 4 for most of the year, though. I'm giving you that one. Giving you that one.
Pacers?
I'm giving you that one. You got that.
So
that was
it's more to how Zion and Zion's gonna. This team basically is how Zion performs and how he plays and when he plays. He's the not the best player on the team, but he's the guy on the team.
Oh no, he's the best player on the team.
Sorry, Brandon Ingram, former Laker. I
love Brandon Ingram.
Right.
I love Brandon Ingram, and I know you're reaching for your man there because he's a Laker. I appreciate and respect it, but that man's Zion.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, if the game on the line, B.I. probably had the ball. So.
Yeah, it's the same way when the game was on the line, Kobe had the ball, but it didn't mean that Shaq wasn't looking in the net. And
yeah. All right.
The reason why B.I. had the ball is because, the jumper. And, don't hold your breath for the jumper. It's like a grizzly bear holding a grape, man. It's not going to come. It's not going to happen. That dude, he's too much of a.
He was a beast, and you know what's crazy? You got rid of that baby mama drama. You had your baby in peace. The other baby mama's not bothering you no more. You're able to lose weight, not stress out. You probably gained the extra 15 pounds by messing with that Mariah girl.
Mariah Mills.
You know?
Wow, bro. Last year.
Daddy's out. You know what I'm saying? You're being positive. So shout out to you, brother.
She thought she hit the lottery though. That was fucking comedy when it didn't play out for her.
Yes. Yes.
Try to take the man down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you thought. Like releasing the text messages were gonna make us hate him. Like we saw Jordan Poole get knocked out and then spend 100,000 or what, like 100,000 on Ice Spice. Like nobody cares what these guys are doing.
Right.
Just play basketball.
Yeah, I think right now was it Stephon Diggs is getting into it with Mace. I mean, yeah, you're with Mason Cameron.
Why? Like, you don't want that smoke, Diggs. What are you doing?
Nah, he don't.
Like, you don't understand. They have a mic. You have a Twitter account. They have a mic every day.
Right.
And a fan base that loves everything they say. You're insane for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So this next one is the one that Dale, he kind of ruffled a little bit of feathers. He kind of took us over the cheese grater a little bit, pun intended. But y'all made a signing this week.
Yeah, man. The Saints. Let's get over here.
And march it in.
That's right. We did our thing. We we signed Chase Young. Okay, so
how did y'all vanish?
Yeah, it's my layout. So okay, we signed Chase Young, and with Chase Young, like it from what it was told to us, it was supposed to be a fully guaranteed deal, and I know that the Saints would not do that. And so I did find out that it was not a fully guaranteed deal, and there were different things built into the contract, which made me feel a lot better because look, Chase Young, he hadn't really played a full season and everything like that, but he has had some good plays and some good seasons, especially his rookie season. So
this past season was the first time he played all 16 games.
Okay, there we go.
But he only started 6.
Yeah.
2020, his rookie season, he played 15 games.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So I'm still happy to have him as part of this rotation because our defensive line need help on the edge. We drafted Peyton Turner 2 years ago from Houston. First round. He's played a total of maybe 3 games. He was hurt. He got 2 sacks or something like that. It's been pretty bad. All right.
What happened was.
And before that, we drafted Marcus Davenport. Of course, that didn't work out. He left us. He was never on the field whenever he was there. So
was that the last draft for Sean Payton?
Peyton Turner. No. That was a while before Peyton left. Peyton Turner was probably the second to last draft from Peyton. So, yeah. But I still like the signing because he's part of a rotation and we need help. So, the problem.
Yeah, about that.
The problem is this right here.
Next season.
Yeah, so it turns out he was actually playing with a stinger in his neck last season. And so the Saints were aware of this. And so the $13 million contract that he signed was not fully guaranteed. It is guaranteed because of the way the NFL structures contracts. So last year, just like you pointed out, Coach, he played 16 games. So his guarantees are roster bonuses pretty much. So as long as he's active on Sunday, he's going to get paid those bonuses. So that's the only protections they've got built into the contract, which I like because you don't play, you don't get paid like this. So we would happily pay him all this $13 million if he plays.
His base is 2.7. The signing is 1.8. Workout 450,000, and then the rest of it is in roster bonuses is 7.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's not bad a contract.
No, it's not bad, man. But y'all signed a man with a freaking broken neck. Well, they're saying it's a stinger. They're saying it's a stinger, and I just went Kurt Angle on y'all. But the fact that this story is the second time we've heard this week, I know the Saints fans are all that they signed this man. You got people like, well, the $13 million is good. It's not a bad deal for him. Oh, he's helping us with the interior of our defense. Yeah. The youngest man probably on your defense now is probably the most risk to get hurt on your roster, on an old defensive roster. Good luck with that. Good luck with it. Take it how you want it. Cowboys fans are never going to be mad at a sign like this because we've seen him in the division, or did we? So to me. Let's see if he's active and let's see how he performs. This is a guy, obviously, he came out of college with the resume to be a good NFL player. It hasn't panned out so far. Always a chance for you if you're over the 3.5. I think he's over 3.5, right? It's over 3.5 years. Let's see if we can turn it up for him. I think he's been in the league 4 years.
But how did y'all feel about Chase Young getting traded to San Francisco? Because most of the reactions I read during that point in time was, oh, the rich get richer. Oh, my God. They got another piece on this defensive line.
Right, because when you have a talented defense and you add a talented player, then it's just like, all right, yeah, like he's not going to be asked to – he'll never get doubled on that team.
He's a role player at that point.
Yeah, he's going to just be slotted in. Now, when you bring him to your team, don't get me wrong, I know you got Cam Jordan on the other side, but he's getting a little long in the tooth. Mm-hmm. So – them doubles are going to slide more. Now, if anything, it can make Cam Jordan's back half of his career a little stronger because they're probably going to slide that double over to Young now.
Yeah,
if he can play.
So this is the way I see it playing out. Cam Jordan is going to slide inside.
I can see that.
Chase Young's going to be on one side. Granderson's going to be on the other side. Granderson led the team in sacks last year, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely on defensive line, he led the team in sacks. We gave him an extension last year during the season. So I see them all playing together. We got to see if we're going to get anything from our rookie. Well, not rookie anymore, but our former first-round pick, Peyton Turner. If we get anything from him, now that'll be adding on to this rotation again. So.
Can't miss his bat, Ryan. Was that 3 sacks a game every time they played?
I miss him too.
Statue. Well, Saints handling the cap just as good as they always do.
Hey.
But I think they're getting better. You're slowly working your way out of cap.
Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas gone, right?
Yeah.
He's gone.
Okay.
Anybody pick him up yet?
Nope.
Not yet.
They're not trying to pay that motherfucker nothing.
Not yet.
That's all this is.
He's going to be on the injury market when somebody get hurt.
He'll be on the injury market. He's probably still trying to flag the injuries. Yeah, man.
Chiefs should
kind of like the Eagles did with Julio. Pick him up during the season or right before.
Right. Yeah.
Go play for the Chiefs for $2 million.
I honestly thought that's where he was going. He was going to just end up like right away.
Him, Hollywood, Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, but in Hollywood, like, damn.
That's another ring. That's another ring.
Hey,
you don't even got to play that many. You don't even got to play that much because he's not that good anymore. But he play a couple of downs in the playoffs. That's worth it.
Slant man.
They call him Slant Man.
Speaking of slants, let's talk about this Netflix series.
I can't wait. This is gonna be dope.
Netflix series
I called when I saw this.
Yeah, I'm more excited for this
Receiver.
than the quarterback series.
Yeah, so if you watched last year, they did a series on quarterbacks. That was outstanding. I kind of like Kirk Cousins after that, you know.
You like that?
That's what I came up with when I watched that, dude. Because like Kirk Cousins, just a normal guy, bro, just a regular dude.
Yes.
Walmart jeans and like
Yeah.
Like the hell of an agent.
Yes, hell of an agent for real. But look,
brilliant.
the dude's wife dressed him. His wife is helping him like study quarterback signals and plays and crap. They're playing, doing the play calls together. Yeah, exactly. and so he goes to do that post game interview, and he's wearing the fit that his wife got him.
Unbelievable.
And the internet's going insane talking about his outfit.
And then we see a bunch of pictures where they keep putting and the teammates picked up on this right away. They started putting chains on him.
Yeah,
like gold chains and platinum and diamond chains on him. It's all been fun, man. He's just a great guy to watch. So yeah, do we know? So is this the exact lineup we're getting right here?
Yeah, these are all the guys that's going to be that they're going to talk about. Devontae Adams.
It's put Kittle in there cheating.
Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So, yeah.
That's going to be fun. They managed to get the Lions back on television. Smart.
Yep.
And Kittle isn't a receiver, but he's a tight end who's basically
with a lot of personality.
Right.
But yeah, his personality is unbelievable. It's
one of these guys getting traded, Kittle or Deebo? Funny that they got 249ers on here.
You know, it's funny. You know what? One of them could be traded, but I think there's another guy on that list who's more likely to be traded than both of them, and that's possibly Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. I could see it because he hadn't signed a new deal yet. So
also they have a succession plan lined up in the fact that you have Addison already, who's shown he can play well in this league, and then on top of that, heavy receiver draft, which means you can get the other guy.
Yep,
that's true.
And now you have 2 rookie contract at wideout, and you're really restarting. You're doing your rebuild. This is the rebuild, and I just don't know if you're gonna pay. Would you guys? I know he's a great player and you want him on the team, right? But would you guys pay Justin Jefferson, make him the highest paid receiver in the history of the league for a team that's not going to be competing? You're going to be rebuilding. Would you guys pay him?
Nah, it's wasting money for the Vikings.
Right. It sucks.
I'm thinking.
About the quarterback, yeah.
And then you could possibly trade him for like a ransom. You're going to get a ransom, whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the Patriots will give you everything we got. I don't want that to happen, but yeah. Yeah, I don't pay him either. I agree with you, fellas. I agree with all y'all. You just don't pay him. Maybe I framed the question, but it is what it is.
Vikings, man. You better pay that man.
Won't be the first time they pay the best receiver in the league. I mean, they traded the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, it did with them
all.
all.
So.
True. But at that point in time, like everybody was down on Moss.
I mean, because he was being an asshole. He was still one of the best guys. And then he went to the Raiders. And the first year, he was still balling, even with Aaron Brooks and that terrible team. Then he got hurt the second year. And then he got traded for a 4th-round pick, which is why when everybody flips out about who gets traded for, everybody made a huge deal that Fields went for a 6th-round pick. Randy Moss went for a 4.
Bro, like players for picks are always lopsided. It's always lopsided.
You almost never get back. Now, pick for pick, you can get a ransom. But player for pick,
man, it's like GameStop.
You usually lose.
Yep.
Like what?
Yeah,
that's
like
right.
GameStop. It's accurate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking perfect. Jesus, yeah. Exactly like GameStop.
Crazy.
10 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, it used to be.
We know we got that receiver show, man. They got a diva and Debo. So you got your one diva. You need one diva out of the bunch, and it's definitely Debo. But I can't wait to see a series, man. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
Debo's the diva there. Yeah, I guess I can't really argue with that. Justin's getting there.
Justin may get there this year. We'll see how his year in Minnesota is this year. But
it's hard to call that man a diva though, because he backs every bit of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Every bit to the tune of so far in the first 4 years of a career, the greatest wide receiver we've ever seen, statistically.
I say I wouldn't be surprised if he's involved in a draft day trade.
Yeah, that's when it should happen, right? Like anything after that, I don't understand because of the timing wise. Like I don't understand why you would do that after, unless you wanted to see what quarterback you got and maybe we keep him because maybe we can compete now. But yeah, you draft night. And honestly, everybody, that should be a Bears move. Honestly, it should be a Bears move.
He counts 19.7 against the cap this year. As you said, he's not been extended past his rookie contract. He's an unrestricted free agent next year.
Also,
you can't pay.
That.
You can't pay DJ Moore and Justin Jefferson.
Why not? They have plenty of money. Remember, they haven't been doing a lot.
Rookie quarterback.
Rookie quarterback. So you can pay.
That is the cheat code.
It is the cheat code.
They still have $23.4 million left in salary cap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can do it. They can afford that.
Oh, yeah.
Listen here, if Justin Jefferson moves, he's going to a QB that's already primed rib.
Why? It's not his choice, though, necessarily. He has some leverage.
It's not. No. It's not his choice. That's understandable. But if you're not going to go to a prime rib QB, you're going to start fresh. Why are you going to start fresh?
And that's the
you
thing.
might as well stay in Minnesota if you're going to do that.
And that's the
Man.
Well,
who knows what Minnesota's going to pick with this draft pick? Who knows?
Yeah, but the point about Minnesota, I agree. If you're going to start over, then just stay in Minnesota, except they don't want to pay him to do that. They don't want to make his number one thing is he wants to be the highest paid receiver ever, and he's going to be.
And why do you want to tie that up into him when you have no franchise quarterback,
right?
No decent running back, got a couple of questions on the line. The team's in full rebuild right now.
But if you're the Bears, there's nothing that you want more than to give your rookie phenom quarterback the best receiver in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's talking about let's pair him with Marvin, or you could just give him the best receiver in the business.
Listen, dog. If this man and Addison's who they are, dog, be smart on draft Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and get somebody that.
Oh, they got Keenan Allen. I forgot about that, man.
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears got Keenan Allen and DJ Moore.
Yeah, Keenan gonna be gone after this year. He's 90.
If anything, you're gonna draft one at that point because Keenan Allen getting $23 million, DJ Moore getting $16 million. You're not gonna allocate more money.
There's a lot of money in that. Yeah,
I'm not saying it's going to happen. All I'm saying is if you have to make the call if you're the Bears. You got to make the call.
Yeah.
No matter about how many receivers you trust me, I'm the first one to say you can't pay that many guys at the same position. I'm the first one to say that. But guess what? All right, cool. Then y'all motherfuckers can have DJ in this deal. Then, like, if that's a problem, that's how we'll work it out.
Yeah.
Like, no worry.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and much as I hate to say this, I won't be surprised if the dreaded Eagles find a way to make a bid for him.
Oh, move AJ, clean swap.
Yeah, that'd be on the way.
Because they still have $34.5 million in cap space right now.
I don't even know. There needs to be a 30 for 30 investigation into this team and the GM and the whole cap because none of that shit makes any sense.
I was a boss, man.
Man, the whole thing is about bonuses, prorated bonuses.
Yep.
You take that bonus and you got to give the player cash. So if your owner is willing to spend money like out his pocket, you can do this kind of stuff. And so you pretty much just take that bonus, you spread it out over some years, give the player some cash up front, they sign the paper, and you can spread that
you can make as many ticket sales as you want to hit that quarter and that goal.
Mm-hmm.
Pay him again.
And JJ to Pittsburgh, I don't know what their cap situation looks like. I don't think it's that great.
Who, Pittsburgh?
Also, it's going to be tough to pay him. Like I said, whoever gets him got to be ready to sign him to the highest contract a receiver's ever gotten. And if you don't do that, then you trading all those assets for a rental because he's going to leave.
Yep.
So
Pittsburgh, $12 million in cap space.
How much?
12.
Yeah, Steelers can't do it because look, Steelers make that move, then they sign him, and then they're not going to be able to sign anyone else on that team in the next couple of years, which is a lot of guys coming up. So
and they're already talking about the possibility of extending Russ,
which is absurd. But
they traded for him.
I say let him play on the cheap.
No, but they traded for him. The only reason Russ made any kind of sense for the situation was the fact that he was going to cost you $1 million.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, it's free. Uh-huh.
You don't extend him. He wasn't that good to extend.
Yeah.
Especially when you then went out and traded for Fields, who you're also going to have to pay. That here I go. I immediately come back to can't pay two guys in the position after I just pitched.
I mean, but this is guys coming off of what Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett.
Gone. They gone.
How about if we go follow Kirk Cousins to Atlanta?
That'd be craziness. I won't say that it can't happen. I think he'd love to be in Atlanta, especially with Kirk Cousins throwing him the ball, like because it's his man's. That'd be nuts. No,
they got enough weapons in Atlanta.
You revisit the very good trade that was offered to you, if it's true, which is fucking you go out and take T. Higgins and whatever else they're gonna get.
Oh, I said, yeah. Or you gonna get the ball and say, Joe Burrow, we're playing with my brothers, and we're gonna make money off the media. We're gonna make ticket sales go crazy. Look, they don't even have to win a Super Bowl. But they'll be the media will force them to have to go win one. But that offense will be crazy.
But also, that team at that point, that team is the Colts of me and your childhood. Remember Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Peyton Manning. Like that's what that is. You're not gonna be able to pay anyone else.
Hold on. I'm gonna do one more bullshit two rumor, and that's it for me.
What you got?
Buffalo's having a problem with their receiver.
Perfect.
Why don't you bring their receiver back home to Minnesota and go get Justin Jefferson?
Absolutely perfect.
There you go.
You give the best receiver in the league, the best arm in the league.
You think Minnesota gonna take that headache back?
I think so.
I can't see that happening. I think storyline wise, it works. Mm-hmm. I also think as much of a diva as he is, I think the way he plays the game, he is a diva, but you'll never say that he doesn't work hard. You never hear that about him. Diggs has always been a hard worker. Came out of Maryland and made himself this good. So you never hear about him not working hard. I think that's a good influence to put next to Addison with Jefferson going out the door. I think that is whatever. The diva stuff, it'll either rub off on him or it won't. But they're a very similar style of player too. So yeah, go do that.
That makes sense, man. That makes sense.
Chiefs. Oh, if the Chiefs do it, then we should all just not watch football next year.
The Chiefs get Justin Jefferson. Listen here.
That's two rings. That's all the rings.
Oh, fancy number one draft pick again. He goes there.
Yeah, he'll have. If he'll have like 25 because if he went there just because of their stature, right away they'd be like, we should just break the Randy Moss and Brady's record. They'd go out there, he'd end up with like 24, 25 touchdowns. It'd be outrageous.
Every red zone segment would be like, we're waiting for Jefferson to score.
Yeah, it would just be like, we don't even care.
Damn, Kelsey got a touchdown.
Justin Jefferson is the only person who can go to the Chiefs and then outshine Taylor Swift. That shit would be bigger than that.
Make him go on tour highs.
Yeah, take your ass back to Japan.
Boy, got the Chiefs get Jefferson.
Yeah, for real. It's a bad hit for everybody.
Oh, nah, never mind.
They get Justin Jefferson. Prepare to see a lot more Jackson Mahomes.
Oh, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna throw this on a little real quick. Just a week destination for him, but the market's there. It's there for him, not the team. The market. The New York Giants.
Yeah, they need him. They need him for sure.
The money's there. The market's there.
Damn.
They could give you $30 in their sleep. They'll sneeze at you. No matter of fact to say, rob us. Take 60 if you want to, Justin. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't think Justin wants to be. He wants to be with somebody that's a prime rib for a QB. I believe.
Here's the thing. So normally this is always the receiver conversation we had, right? Like we had it recently with Mike Evans. We had it like, are they going to pick money? Are they going to pick team? Are they going to pick quarterback? Jefferson is very clear about what he wants. I do not know that he cares about quarterback. I don't know. I now obviously we want to assume that yes he does, but I have not seen evidence of that. That man has one goal right now, and it is to be the highest paid receiver. I think he'll take any fucking team that's willing to give him that. Like if they're gonna say, we'll give you you'll be the highest paid receiver ever. Come here. I think he'll do it. So New York, I like that. I can see it, bro.
Well, if that's the case, then the Raiders need to jump in there because look, they have a
receiver that's if not one, two. That might be the
two guys. They're paying two guys, and they're paying two guys for a while. I don't know when Adams is up, but I think he's on a 3-year, and he just paid the first one of it, right?
Okay.
Oh no, he played the second one. So so he'll be 1 year down.
Who was that?
Devontae Adams. He has 1 year left on his deal, but I know they signed Myers longer than that.
Okay, right.
But yeah, that'd be fascinating. Do they have the money though? What's the Raiders cap looking like?
Yeah.
Right now the Raiders are 27.5 million under the cap.
Well, they got it. They got enough. They can do it.
And for them, after this year, they can move Adams.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not even done after this year?
No, he's got 2 more years after this year.
Oh, 2 more? Oh, yeah.
But we talk about $30 million cap hits, so this is your last year.
Yeah, because this year he's 25.3 on a hit.
Yeah.
With a dead hit of 40 million. Then next year and the year after it jumps up to 44 million.
Right.
But only a 15.7 and a $7.8 million cap hit.
Oh,
and he'll be 33. He'll be gone after this year.
Yes. It's the last year.
Book it. You heard it here first. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few teams
he might go. He might go to NO.
No,
why would he do that?
We don't got the cap.
He with David Carr again.
No, we got enough Raiders on the team. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, that's what we want.
He'll be the only one playing for the Saints on the field because he's going to be the only one that they pay attention to in New Orleans. We signed it. Listen,
try to think what other team. Yo, you seen the picture of Mike McDaniel shaking hands and having
early? Yeah, I was telling him that.
How much speed do you want? Like it's
shaking hands with who? Oh, Worthy, you say?
Oh, and I'm smelling that. And I'm smelling that.
What happened?
The Chargers got rid of all their wide receivers. They currently got the 5th pick in the draft. Yikes.
They did remove everyone on that team.
Yep.
And they got the bread probably full.
That's a nice one.
And that's a nice pairing.
Yeah, $39.6 million in cap space.
Oh Lord, yeah, he going to California. He's going to California. I thought Bengals were going to be the great points. You better go to California with Justin
Herbert and the new coach there. Yeah, that sounds about right. Although that coach doesn't want to run the ball, but we'll see what happens.
Guess who their wide receivers are as of right now?
Guyton,
Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnson, Darius Davis, and Semi Fehoko.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Either getting the top receiver in the draft or they getting Devontae Adams or Justin Jefferson. I'm sold.
Yep.
I'm sold.
Yeah, they're gonna go after one of those. Oh, I could actually see them also going after Diggs.
Oh, Diggs too. Sorry, we got to mention Diggs in that conversation too. You know what I'm saying? We got to mention it. Yep. Or they can settle for T. Higgins.
Shit. The way James was talking about his own team, saying that if they go after Worthy, could be Hill who
could be Hill. Waddle.
You're better off signing Waddle because
Waddle's a young one. You want to hold on to the young one.
I mean, hold to the young one, but that motherfucker injured like every 2 possessions.
It's true. He does get hurt, but he
hurt every 2 possessions. I'm like, dude, I can't even go through a fantasy season. First quarter, Waddle's out. Now he's back in. Oh, Waddle's got a concussion. Now he's back in. Come on, dog. You messing up the production.
To his credit, he be hurt, but he come back in the game.
Yeah, he come back in the game strong. I'm like, dude, didn't this dude get knocked out the game? He back in. Check his brain cells, man.
He been on that since what? In the championship game, he was hurt. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He made as many plays as he could, and then that was a.
Hey, he should not have played that game.
Nah, he shouldn't. But he had some dog in him for doing it. Did he tear the ACL after that or no? I don't think so.
No, it was an ankle, if I'm not mistaken, during that time. Yeah.
He was running his ankle in the mush.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a show, huh?
Absolutely. What y'all got for shout outs?
Oh, you fellas, man. Y'all came in, put down a show. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? My man, Little Dice up in here today. Great to have you. Love when you come over here. Love joining your show. Yeah, man. And then, y'all my brothers, man. This is fun. Shout out to the group. Always holding it down. Ant was in here heavy tonight. Him and Bobby. I don't give out the MVP too much anymore, but it's looking like a Bobby.
MVP.
Yeah, like Bobby and Ant co-MVP. Actually, sorry, Ant, we're gonna get you another day. Bobby doing this from a game. Okay, so
2 different screens.
2 different screens.
Yeah.
My man's at a game like a drug dealer with 2 phones out. watching 2 podcasts.
I got 2 phones.
Yeah, for real. Man got the bat phone out with our podcast on it.
Right.
Shout out to
you fellas, man. My bad too. Go ahead.
Well, no, Coach, man, you the man. You go ahead, man. I'm gonna wait my turn.
Shout out to you fellas, man. As always, therapeutic. Help an old man not coming to his senses. Join y'all as always. Shout out to Bobby, Daryl, Marie, Anthony, P. Dollar, Wizzo, Chris Diaz, and Lewis. Appreciate the unwavering support.
Right. Yo, check out the wrestling podcast tomorrow, man. Best in the world, baby.
Best in the world podcast, man. We'll speak on speak on a little indie, speak on a little WWE, a little bit AEW. WrestleMania is on horizon. We have some nostalgia talk, in WrestleMania in regards to it, man. It's gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? We're hitting a month, consistent shows for everybody. So
loving the camaraderie in the chat. Y'all fellas doing the right thing. He's like, he's cheating. He's like, he deserves it. Well, I'll approach that very differently.
Shout out to everybody, though, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Rather it's on Facebook, YouTube. Took a peek, watched 30 seconds, watched the whole show. Couldn't do it without you guys. Get those subscribers up, get those views up, man. And
tune in to Best in the World tomorrow. I don't know
what the Best in the World tomorrow. Ultimate Warriors coming.
What world is it? What world is it that you're the best in?
I'm the best in the STWF world.
Gang. We got the best team, man. All of us. The whole podcasting crew.
Absolutely. Y'all play too much.
I was watching something last night with him coming out of WrestleMania 6, and you hear the commentator saying, "Well, you got the biggest match in your life. You don't want to waste all your energy." Did y'all really watch that whole Coke and Roll Warrior match at WrestleMania 6? He could have ran all the energy he would have. He knew he was winning that night.
Besides, they were running off pure Coke back then. It was
man. I'm
shit.
telling you.
It's all about
OBJ
the
the Dolphins tomorrow.
Take us out.
OBJ to the Dolphins tomorrow, maybe.
Hey, speaking of that, parlay perspective, baseball started today. Dodgers won today, and in the same day, Ohtani's interpreter robs Ohtani clean to cover some bets. Yeah. And now he's fired as one of the best baseball players in the world's interpreter. What the hell is wrong with you, stupid fool? You could have asked the man for $100 if you needed it.
One job. Well, it was millions, so $100
wasn't
going to cover. $100 wasn't going to cover, bro. But he guess he could have GoFundMe me or something.
You know how that story goes, Will. You take one $100 bill, next day you probably take 2.
That's how we got here, though. I think that's how we got here.
Yes, that's how we got here. Ohtani taking the bank account hey, this ain't adding up. I won a baseball today. I played in the game today. Got $3 million for playing.
Yeah,
but only 1.5's in here. Something ain't adding up. Yeah. But nah, man. In case of the baseball season, the start of it, man. Don't put no cork in your bat, baby. Send me Sosa.
Find this podcast and others on STWF-TV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.